Hi, I'm Clay.
And I'm Scott.
Every episode, we each bring up something that we think is bullshit.
And we don't know what each other's topics are going to be.
We do some research and try to present our view as best we can.
But we're experts of nothing.
This is I Call Bullshit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to BS.
I Call BS podcast.
No, BS, motherfucker.
BS
I don't call BS.
Okay.
You guys call BS.
Yeah, we got to call BS.
No, you do.
Yeah.
I just say BS.
Well, you said welcome to BS. That's not even the name of the show.
Okay.
That's true.
I call BS.
Podcast.
All right, let's start this over then.
No, just
No, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start over.
All right.
Go.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to I Call BS podcast.
That's
long.
much better.
Too long.
What do you mean?
It was too long.
That felt perfect to me.
Okay, fine.
No,
Okay.
he had good inflection and everything.
All right.
I think you talked over him, though.
I did.
Yeah, so
Do it
let's do
again.
this shit one more
All right, go
time.
ahead.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to I Call BS.
Now you said welcome.
And you didn't say podcast.
Sounded like welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to Welcome.
Yeah.
Well,
Welcome.
welcome.
That's a sentence I never want to hear in my life.
Welcome to welcome.
Welcome to Welcome.
Scott Newton, welcome to welcome.
It's beautiful.
There's so much.
There's so much come.
Hand off my phone, man. Jesus.
Oh man.
All right, so we're back.
I'll
It's
come all
another
over your
another
phone.
week. It's another BS podcast. The three of us are here. We have no guests sitting
see?
in with us
Yeah.
this week.
I said hereditary.
Hereditary?
Yeah, I'm
Tongue-tied.
Why'd you say hereditary?
Because I was gonna say it's
Hereditary.
no, when something. See, I'm off today. I can't think of words. Remember when I was texting you or leaving you that message? But it's when you catch something from somebody else. It's what?
Contagious.
That's what I meant. But hereditary. It's not even close. I mean,
well,
it's the same amount of
I
syllables.
guess hereditary, you catch things from your ancestors.
You don't catch them
It's hereditary.
like you catch a disease.
Right.
Okay, so you guys
So you
got the
catch
disease
genetics,
Yeah,
maybe.
good point.
I don't know.
All right. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
All right, we all just fucked up, so let's just admit to it.
No, we didn't.
No,
Yeah.
we started the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're okay with that.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So now we have to move into a topic.
Yes, we do.
And now comes the time of the show where we always sit here and talk about. Fuck, why is my phone ringing?
Oh yeah.
Job calling you now.
Oh, no, I know what this is. This is my sister. So my brother and sister are nonstop texting me about Game of Thrones right now.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
really?
a good show.
Yeah,
Heck of a
whatever. Never ends.
Never watched it.
So we have to decide who's going to go first here, me or
Yes.
you. And you have a coin flip app.
Yeah. Do you want to use it? Or
Yeah,
show. Yeah,
use it.
let's use it.
Heads or tails, bro?
Let me flip it.
Yeah,
All right, all you
Marshall
gotta do is
flips
tap
it.
Don't touch it yet.
You just tell me who got heads and who got tails.
Tails.
All right.
You got a head and a tail.
No, I'm tails too.
Okay.
No, you
Both
can't
of
be
you are
tails.
tails?
I called tails.
I want fucking tails.
No, I
It's
call
my fault.
tails.
All right, I'm heads, I guess. Fucking fix.
Go ahead. Flip it. And it is
Heads.
See, I told you it's fixed.
You go first.
Fucking assholes.
All right.
It's fixed. He fixed it.
All right.
Topic number one.
Topic. Okay, so I want to tell you a little story. There's an article I came across today.
Gross.
Sticky. And I'm going to call bullshit on the Detroit Tigers and Major League Baseball.
Wait. Say Detroit again.
Detroit.
Detroit or Detroit?
Detroit.
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 Like I say, welcome.
Yeah. From the South.
From South?
I'm from the South.
Oh.
So I'm going to call bullshit on the Detroit Tigers
You could say Detroit if you really want.
and Major League Baseball.
I'm not going to stop you.
And here's why. Okay.
Why?
Now, I'm going to read a little bit out of this article because it's just easier than trying to just, remember everything and get all the details right.
Okay.
So there's a 33-year-old kid named Eli Hides, and I want to say this
Who
was...
you hiding from?
Sean Marshall.
There you go.
Okay.
I thought you said Sean Marshall. So May 9th. Okay, so yesterday, I want to say, he goes to the Detroit Tiger and St. Louis Cardinals baseball game in Detroit. Okay? Is that better? So you look at me and smile. In Detroit. And he sits out in the left field, by the left field pole, and in this article it says that he's sitting in his seat with two of his buddies, and the guy's walking down the aisle and he's got a baseball glove on. And he goes like, hey, baseball glove guy, like I usually bring my glove too, but no one's hitting a fucking ball out here to us or whatever, And within like a couple minutes later, someone hits a ball out that way, and he stands up and he goes running, and it bounces And it says it bounces right into him, right into his chest, and he catches his baseball. Now he's standing there with the baseball. And he's all excited. He has no idea who hit it, what's going on, or whatever. And then he starts to realize that it's a historic moment, that he caught a ball in a historic moment. So there's a baseball player on the St. Louis. What's up?
Why is it a historic
I'm
moment?
going to tell you right now. There's a baseball player on the St. Louis Cardinals. His name is Albert Pujols. One of the greatest first basemen ever. Hall of Fame player, first ballot. Great player. Pujols.
Know him.
Yeah, so
Do you follow baseball, Marshall?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Okay. I'm glad one of us does
only
because I don't know anybody here.
yeah, so that's why this isn't really it's sports related, but it's not game related. So this is kind of a cool story. He became the 5th player in Major League Baseball history to hit for 2,000 RBIs.
Okay.
Okay, only 5 players have ever done it. 2 of them go back prior to 1920, where they weren't recording RBIs. So 2 of them have like an asterisk. So there's really only 3 players that have ever done this.
Okay.
Okay, and so this is a big moment for him. He's the 3rd player ever. This guy catches the ball, realizes Albert Pujols hits it, realizes the moment. They announce that it's his 2,000 RBI. It's this historic thing. He sits down. He's like, "Holy shit, I got this ball." Now, within a few minutes, Detroit.
Detroit.
You fucked me up with that. Detroit security now comes to him. I mean, he's surrounded by people. They're talking to him. Security comes down. Now they want this baseball. This is the way baseball works, by the way. There is a, let me see it here. There's a process. There's what they call a standard process. When a fan catches a ball of historic significance, the team barters, starting small with the offer and working its way up until a resolution is met. More times than not, the ball is handed over. So Major League Baseball wants this ball. They want to put it in the Hall of Fame. And what they offer is like you can meet the player. He'll sign a jersey. He'll give you a bat, whatever. Like, and this kid basically turned all the shit down. Here's some of the offers. Let's see. Let me just find the offers. Just bear with me here.
Sure.
The first time they offered him a signed baseball by Albert Pujols, and keep in mind he's a Tigers fan.
Okay.
Okay, and he can meet Albert Pujols, and he says, "No, thanks. I'm good. I'll keep the ball." And I'm like, good for him.
I'm like that too.
And then they come back with their second offer, and their second offer is a signed baseball. You can meet Albert Pujols, and we'll give you a jersey, a game jersey.
No.
Okay? And he says, "No, I'm good. I want the ball." The third offer was a little more. I can't tell you because I can't find it in here, but they offered him a little bit more after that. And then the fourth offer, because he's a Tigers fan, they said, "We'll give you everything." Now, keep in mind, they're not standing there like, offer 1. No, offer 2. They're leaving, and they're coming back. Now they start to put the pressure on this kid. They're threatening him like, "Look, you'll never be able to sell this ball. They can't guarantee the authenticity of this ball if Major League Baseball doesn't have it." Because people think, they're thinking he wants to go sell the ball and try to get some money for it.
Right.
So the fourth offer, they throw in, like, you can meet Miguel Cabrera, who's a first baseman for the Detroit Tigers.
Right.
And again, at this point, like, his friends are saying, like, he's a stubborn kid, and they're being such dicks to him, basically.
Yeah.
They're pushing him on this.
How old is he?
33 years old.
Okay.
And he's a law student.
Okay.
So, I don't know, a little behind, I guess. So,
I don't know how long it takes to get a law degree.
me neither. I've never looked into it, but I just
You know why? Because we're idiots.
Speak for yourself, bro.
Neither of us are going for a law degree.
So now they start to push this kid, right? And his buddies say he's kind of stubborn. They say, like, had they approached it differently, he would have considered it.
Okay.
But because they're basically threatening him and pushing him and saying, "You'll never be able to sell this ball. You can't do anything with this ball," he was like, "Fuck you. I'm going to keep it." He's like, "I don't even want to sell this fucking ball," And then it got to the point where security says, "Look, once we walk away, this is it, man. When we walk away, it's over." It's like, who the fuck do these people think they are? Like, it's a fucking baseball. Now you're threatening the fucking kid. Once we walk away, it's over. You can't do anything with the ball. It's like, fuck
that's
you.
bullshit.
Walk away with the ball,
Yeah.
And so the guy's like, his brother's a
When did this happen?
This happened like yesterday.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, just like, I think it was last night. So he's saying he's going to have a son soon. And he said, "I'll just pass the ball on to my kid." Now he's the media. Here's the other side of it. This is the thing that really pissed me off. Is like they're threatening you can't authenticate the fact that that's the ball and you're the one that has the ball. This isn't fucking 20, 30 years ago.
Right.
He was
His
on
face
the
is
field with
all
it.
his
That's
face is
right.
all over the internet today.
That's
Right.
right.
He's being interviewed. There's pictures of him with the ball.
Yeah.
I sent you that picture.
Yeah.
There's pictures of him holding the ball.
Do you want to see the picture?
Yeah, you
I
can
can
put the
put it
picture up in the background. Like for them to threaten the kid, like, oh, when we walk away, that's it. It's over for you. It's like, no, man,
There it
it's
is.
not
If
over.
you're watching the YouTube feed, pictures behind
The
Marshall.
kid wants the fucking baseball. He wants to pass it on to his fucking kid,
Right.
or whatever. Like, who the fuck is Major League Baseball to come threaten this kid? Now they say you can't authenticate it. There's the picture if you're watching the YouTube feed. There's the kid with the ball. There's your authentication right there.
Yeah.
If he ever wants to do anything with that ball, which he claims he wants to pass it on to his son or give it to his brother who's a Cardinals fan, he has that proof right there. And he's going to be interviewed everywhere because of this story, because everyone caves to these motherfuckers. They come in and they fucking push you, and then they end up threatening
So what do they
you.
want? They want the ball?
They want the ball so they can give it to Albert Pujols. And then it'll end up in the Hall of Fame.
Man.
So I'm going to find what Pujols said, because I think it's fucking great. It's a weird story, but I just...
But it's, yeah, I
the
don't know
fact
what to
that-
say about that
the
because
fact, but here's the thing.
on
they're-
one hand, like you can kind of see like, okay, maybe it does, if it's really a moment in baseball history, like maybe it should be preserved somewhere. But that's assuming that the people who are collectors don't take care of the shit.
Yeah.
Because collectors take care of their shit and they pass it down and everybody appreciates it that way
Yeah.
too. It doesn't have to be in like the Baseball Hall of Fame.
No. It could be in
know?
your
It could
fucking
be in
house.
your house.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
good for this fucking guy for saying like, no, fuck you. Had they come in and said like, hey, congrats,
He looks
man.
like a hippie,
Yeah, he
Yeah, a
really
little bit.
does.
right?
A little bit.
He
He's like a
does.
Fraggle. Good for him.
But he looks like somebody that'll take care of his shit.
Yeah, right?
So here's one of his friends, a quote from one of his friends. He says, I think the Tigers really messed up on the bargaining deal. The mistake they made was really putting the pressure on him early, especially with him. He's stubborn. That was the wrong way. So the Tigers obviously just disputed the fact that he was pressured, but there's witnesses everywhere.
Yeah.
Everyone hears this whole thing going on. So here's Pujols. All right. Let's see. I told the guy. Here it is. Albert Pujols. This is what he says after the game. So they interviewed him. They asked him about the ball. They said they couldn't get it back. Basically, what do you think? This is a quote from Albert Pujols. He says, "I told the guys, just leave it. Just let them have it. I think you can have a great piece of history.
Yeah.
Why play this game? We play this game for the fans too. And if they want,
Yeah.
to keep it, I think they have the right. I just hope he can enjoy it. Like, what a fucking great quote. Like,
That's the best way to think about it.
absolutely.
I mean, the sport exists for the fans, right? I mean, like, look, you're all a bunch of fucking millionaires,
Yeah.
and you're playing a kid's game.
Yeah.
No offense to baseball players, but you're playing a fucking kid's game.
No
It's
doubt.
a game.
Amen.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So a fan catches a ball of a historic moment like that, leave him the fuck
Leave
alone.
him alone. That's
you,
right.
Look, you can
Definitely.
go down there and say, "Hey, man, do you want a barter? Are you interested in giving up the ball?"
Yeah.
If he says yes, then all right, come on, take a walk with us. Let's sit down.
Yeah, but
and
even
let's
going
talk.
to him is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Give
Like
you
it's his,
season
like
passes.
it's his. Like he
It
should.
is.
Like okay, like there's no law that says you can't approach him and say like, hey, do you want to sell that thing? But like like maybe just let him decide if he wants to sell it or not. Like why approach him at all?
And then not only that, but threaten him, and which
Yeah.
they claim they didn't. So then they asked Pujols if he would pay for the ball, and he says, "I wouldn't pay one penny for that ball. He could have it. I don't play this game so I can pay fans. He could have that piece of history. It's for the fans that we play for."
Good for that guy.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
that's
awesome.
the way it should be.
Yeah.
Guy catches a fucking foul ball. Leave him alone, man.
That was awesome.
Leave him alone.
Definitely. I agree with you.
So I'm calling bullshit on the Detroit Tigers and Major League Baseball because this is passed down from baseball. This is
Yeah.
It wouldn't just be that. Yeah, I was
do
going to
this
say it would
all
be
the
the
time.
whole fucking franchise. It would be the whole league. It would be the whole
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
entirety of
Absolutely.
MLB.
This goes on all the time. All
Yeah.
the time. You got guys that let's say it's a rookie that comes up and he hits his first ever home run. They go to that guy and they say, "Look, you can meet like a Yankee rookie."
Right.
They take,
Oh, yeah.
They take the best player on the team, Aaron Judge, and they say, "You can meet Aaron Judge. He'll sign all this stuff for you." And the fan goes, "Cool. Like I don't care if a rookie at a home run. Here you go." But that's his choice. If
Yeah.
he says no, thank you, fucking walk away. Leave him the fuck alone. Why do you got to hassle the guy at a baseball game? He's paying for that fucking seat. He's paying a ton of money to be there. He caught a fucking ball. Good for him. It's a historic moment. Let him have his 15 fucking minutes and leave him the fuck alone. Don't pressure these fucking fans. Leave him alone.
Oddly enough, I can play devil's advocate to this through my own experience.
Really?
Yeah. So my father was a cameraman for NBC.
Yes.
Right, for NBC Sports. So he worked all through the 70s and 80s, and he traveled all over the country, drove trucks, whatever. But he did all sorts of sporting events. And at the time, NBC was carrying baseball as well. So in 1980, he did the World Series.
Okay.
and he got the 1980 World Series ball, and then he got another one, and he had the winning team, which was, who was it? The Royals. I think it was Kansas City Royals at the time.
Okay.
Right? George Brett, right?
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar?
Absolutely.
Okay, so am I right? Because, again, I'm not a sports guy.
think you're right.
George Brett was on the Royals?
He was definitely on the Royals.
Right,
Yes.
okay. So 1980, I think. I was born in 72. So right around the time that I was about 12, right?
If you was born in 72,
Yeah.
it wasn't 12.
No, it was later. So right around the time that I was 12, which would have been about 1986, right? Me and my friends are fucking hanging out, and we need a baseball to play ball with, and nobody had a baseball. So I went and I grabbed
Oh my God.
the 1980 World Series ball.
The one that was signed. Didn't you say he got one signed?
Not at first.
Oh, God.
Yeah. No, he had two. He had one that was just said World Series 1980 with the writing on it. And it was stamped and stuff, and it was in like a little thing.
Damn.
And I grabbed that fucking ball.
It was in a case.
It was in a little
You
case.
opened the case.
I needed a ball.
Oh, man.
I'd kill you.
And me and my friends thought it was the coolest thing in the world, and we threw around a fucking World Series ball and fucking, batted it and everything. And then I was like, I was like 12. So 12-year-old me was like, oh, that's not cool enough. Let me get the one that's autographed by the entire
Oh my God. Dude.
Holy shit.
by the entire winning team.
Oh Jesus Christ.
So he had another ball that was autograph. It said the same thing, World Series 1980, and then it had the autograph of every player on the team.
Yeah.
And I took that fucking ball out of the case and we threw that one around
Jesus
too.
Christ. Man, what did he murder
Yeah.
you?
Nah, he didn't give a fuck. Ultimately, my old man was like me. He didn't really care
Yeah, I
about
know what you
sports,
mean.
but he just had him for the memorabilia.
He probably laughed
aspect
it
of
off behind your back. He probably fucking chuckled over it and was like,
Probably
it's
not.
pretty
He was
lit.
probably pissed.
Pissed, yeah.
Yeah. Anything to hate me.
Where the
I'm sure.
balls at now?
in your mouth.
Fuck if I know. Yeah.
Sorry. It just
No.
came out.
Honestly, those things are long gone.
Your balls?
Really?
My balls and his balls. Yeah.
Did you put them back eventually?
I put them
you
back,
guys hit
but they
'em
were
over
all
the fence?
fucked up. They had grass stains and shit on them. Like they were all fucked up, man. Like the autographs were all blurred.
So I guess, yeah, so now you can see the other side of it where, he
So-
passes it down to his kid.
So that's what I'm saying. Like oddly enough, like if this guy with the Fraggle head here,
Fraggle head.
yeah, if he fucking passes those things down, that ball could be used by his stupid kid in a bunch of years. Like he might have the best intentions in the world, but his stupid kid could just be like, "Hey, I need a baseball to throw around with my friends."
It would be funny if he became like a raging alcoholic and his kid's like 12 and he fucking takes that ball and beams his kid in the face with it and kills him. Like, man, I wish I would have got that jersey.
Yeah.
Can't kill a kid with a jersey, can you? Well, maybe.
Well, I mean, look. In my
Choke the
defense,
shit
like
out
my
of 'em.
wait, this is gonna be a weird sentence. The balls that I got from my father.
The balls.
I read that book.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, audio book.
Audiobook. They didn't really have any kind of like historic significance to them other than the fact that they were signed by everybody, but there's probably a bunch of balls like that out there. It wasn't like this one where it was like the ball that was like a certain thing that happened in historic baseball,
Yep.
world.
Dude, I'm not sure how I'd react because like I'm a guy who grew up a big baseball fan. I still go to games. I've been to 100 games in my life. I've never caught a foul ball in my life.
Really?
Yeah,
Or a
I
home
think
run.
That would have been so.
Man, I
Or
catch
home
them all
run
the
for me.
time. I don't even go to games.
Dude, you catch him in the face though. So
I think that would have been a big thing for me.
yeah, man, catching that ball would have been like, no, man, I want to keep this
wanna
fucking
keep
thing.
that
I
bitch,
don't want to
yeah.
meet Albert Pujols. No offense,
Fuck
great
Albert
player, but like,
Pujols.
who the fuck? I don't want. Hey, nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah.
That would have been.
Thanks
all
for
I
signing
could
this.
say.
Have a
Yeah.
good day. Like, no, fuck that, man.
Better to
It's a
have
cool-
the
you got
ball for it.
And he got a great fucking story. How the
Mm-hmm.
he hit it. You didn't even. He said he didn't even know who fucking hit the ball. It's not like he was waiting. Like, oh, I hope I get the 2,000 RBI ball. He was just chilling out at a fucking baseball game.
Right.
Sees a ball coming. He goes running and fucking bounces into his chest. And he's like, "Fuck, sweet.
That.
Yeah.
Put it in your pocket, man. Go home."
Yeah.
So good for you, Eli Hides.
I agree.
Whoever the fuck you are.
All right.
All right.
Let's see.
Nice.
Well, thanks for listening.
Get that. Yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody. No, that's cool. I don't know what to say about it.
No, there's
I mean,
not much. It's just a cool story.
Yeah.
But like I said, fuck Major League Baseball and these fucking teams.
Do you think
for pressuring these fans that pay all this fucking money.
Do you think this happens across the spectrum, like with all sports?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
so-
Yeah.
Definitely.
I imagine in football, nobody really catches anything, right? The net's up over the end zone.
Football, you can't.
There's no way you can really get a
Well,
game
you can get
ball.
it on a kick, and there's times to get a ball, but
Yeah.
you have to throw it back. You can't keep it.
Right.
So if you're at a football game and they like whatever reason they
Well,
they
the
kick
only-
off and the thing like cuts hard left, goes into the stands for some reason, you couldn't keep that ball.
No, the only way you can get a ball is if they make a touchdown and they throw it to the fan.
Yep, if they throw it in.
Okay.
But the player's fined for that.
Right.
The
Really?
player gets fined
Yeah,
like
he
10
gets
grand or
fined
something.
like
Seriously?
$10,000. Yep.
For a fucking ball in the stands?
Absolutely.
That's a bullshit
You
rule.
know the name Cam Newton, right?
Yeah.
Quarterback.
I've heard it.
Every touchdown he scores, he goes and
goes to
he finds a kid in the front row and he gives him the
Give
ball.
him the ball.
He pays $10,000 for
Every
he doesn't
time.
care.
Yep.
What the fuck is that about?
I'm pretty sure it's 10 grand. I'm not gonna look it up.
It's
now.
something like that. It is $10,000.
Yeah, so it's a fine.
But that's
NFL
fucked up.
the
Like,
NFL,
why?
The NFL's like fucking Third Reich.
Yeah, but why?
They're
That's fucking
terrible.
crazy.
That league's a shit show, man. If you wear certain shoes on the field, you get fined.
You get fined, sure
You know,
enough.
if you fucking write on your shoes, you're getting fined. Like, yeah, they.
Okay, like all that I can almost give a pass to because like they want a certain look or
'cause they're getting-
something
well,
when
not
they're
a
out
certain
there.
Look. They have sponsors.
Whatever it
a
is.
sponsor.
They're getting paid.
They're getting paid, whatever it is.
Yeah.
There's something about that. But like giving the ball to a fan, like
Yeah.
to a little kid,
Yep.
and then having to pay a $10,000 fine.
Yeah.
There's something really fucked up about that. If it is 10,000, even
Same-
if it's not, any fine is fucked
Same
up.
thing with basketball. Can't do that.
That was
in
my next
basketball.
question. Does that happen in basketball too?
Yeah.
No, they don't.
You
Players don't even give
Can't
balls
even
away.
give a basketball away.
No.
Nope.
What about your jersey? At
Nope.
the end of a game, could you rip off your jersey and throw it into the stands?
You get fined.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Wait, no, not
Yeah.
for a jersey, do you?
Carmelo gave his jersey
I didn't
away.
know that. They do that all the time. I didn't know they got fined for that.
Get fined for that.
Fuck, man. Hockey? What if like a puck goes in the stands?
No, you can
No, they don't even give a shit about those.
They don't care, right?
keep those.
Right. They're just happy they don't get sued. If a
Yeah,
puck goes into
hell.
the stand, you're probably fucking gonna give somebody a concussion,
Hell yeah.
right?
I just searched about the fine, how much it costs, and
Yeah.
for some reason, an article popped up on Snopes. It says, "Has Cam Newton been fined $253,000 and $253,552 for giving away footballs?" And that says it's
Shit.
false. I was hoping that was true.
Yeah.
Damn, that would have been good if that was true.
He's been fined a lot though.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll look it up and I'll tell you if I find it. But we should move on.
Yeah. Oh, whatever. But that's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, crazy story.
I had no idea that they did that shit like that. All right, let me go to my notes.
Mr. Right.
Still doing it, bro.
Yeah, man. I like literally today. I was like, okay, I got to sit down and write out notes again. I was like, do I really want to write them out? And I was like, yeah,
Well, at least you write notes.
Write
I don't
'em
do
out.
Anything anymore?
write them out. Stop being a bitch about it. Wait, where the fuck did my notes go?
They're right in front of you.
The dog ate him.
You should at least have the right page ready.
The dog ate him for you
should.
taking him on a walk,
I should have the right
fucking
page.
him up.
Well, I was gonna start with one thing, and then I'm gonna change to another thing, and that's fucked me all up here.
I just like the idea that you can hear paper flipping around in the background.
Yeah.
That's something we really haven't had on the show.
What the fuck? All right, I'll just wing this one then.
You know,
Told you the dog ate
you
him.
switched to a notebook because you had issues finding your notes on your phone sometimes. So maybe it's not your phone that's the issue.
And maybe it's my brain.
Yeah, you think?
It could be. Wait, Phantom White. We did that already. Here's the topic that I wanted to do, but I don't want to do yet.
Where's the air freshener?
Okay, here's the one that I wanted to do. Okay. Yeah, by the way, all my air fresheners are dead. I'm going to hang them up in here now.
Where's the one that was here?
That one ended up in my car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, so you guys, so Scott and I talked about this recently. So we spend so much of our time in cars that it's almost hard not to like find things that are car related
Yeah.
to call bullshit on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fail miserably right now. I'm going to call bullshit on something that's car related.
Okay.
Okay? You guys, I don't know about you. Do you use Waze?
This is gonna be good.
Waze. That's a map. The map.
That's like a GPS
GPS
thing.
map thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever use it?
Yeah, once in a while.
Okay, so I'm going to call bullshit specifically on something. I'm going to call it Waze overachievers.
Oh shit!
Bro, I love this topic already. Love it already. I've thought about this. I love it. Go on.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay. All right, so Waze is GPS. So if you want to go, again, everybody fucking knows this, but in case somebody listening doesn't know this, I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
So Waze is like, if I'm going to go from point A to point B, like Scott gives me his address and Waze could tell me how to get there. There's a couple other things that out there that could do the same thing. There's like Google Maps could do it, Apple Maps could do it. Waze is different because Waze is a little bit more of a community, right? So with Waze, like you can flag things. You can say like, oh, there's a cop. You know what I mean? So you can tell the Waze community
Pothole.
that there's a cop.
yes.
That's where I'm going.
I know.
Right? So that's the Waze overachiever part.
I got you.
So yeah. So what they do is, so Waze, like it wants you to flag things. It wants you to tell other drivers in the Waze community that things are up ahead.
By the way, just for the record, Waze is spelled Waze.
Correct.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So what they do is at the end of a week, they send you like a little like notification that says like all the things that you flagged have helped this many people, right?
Yay.
Exactly. So for some reason, people are fucking have lost their minds because of that. And I don't know if it's, I'll call it a like, but it's like a thanks in Waze world, but we'll just say like. So, so like Scott Newton got, 500,
Thumbs up.
likes, thumbs up from
Got you.
other Waze users. You've helped all these people. So then you're almost incentivized, like, oh, wow, that's cool. Let me see if I could do more. So what that translates to now is people flagging shit all the time that's completely fucking unnecessary and it drives me crazy.
Absolutely.
So that means, like you just said it, potholes. Like if you're flagging a pothole on Waze, I'm going to look right in the camera. Go fuck yourself, okay? We live in New York. There's potholes everywhere.
Yeah.
We all, like, I know where the
Especially in
potholes
city,
are.
especially Manhattan.
Like, if you're commuting back and forth to work every day like I am, I know where the fucking potholes are. I know where they are.
But for the people that are just driving through, they don't know where the potholes are.
Fine. Fuck them. You're in New York. Expect fucking
Yeah,
potholes, okay?
absolutely.
So potholes is like, that's sort of an easy one, right? Like, that's automatically, I could say that, and everybody's going to agree that that's bullshit. I'm also going to say cars on the side of the road. If a vehicle stopped on the side of the road, I've never given a fuck about that in my life. Ever. I've driven 1,000,000 miles and I've driven by cars parked on the side of the road all the time, and it's never once been an issue ever for me. So the fact that you're flagging this shit and
there
trying
it
to
is.
tell me, right?
It's become a game.
It's gamified,
That's exactly
man.
what it
and
is.
now, and like it pops up, like, so I have in my Subaru, I have fucking Apple CarPlay.
You have a
Go ahead.
Subaru?
Yeah.
Do you keep
So-
your didgeridoo
Like,
bone
about
in
the
it?
guy
do with
getting
my
robbed?
Subaru. So, what?
What about the person getting robbed?
There's no flag for that in Waze.
Run.
There's
Just
no
says
Newburgh
run.
extension.
Hot dog store.
So I don't know, man. So like, so in CarPlay, right? As soon as one of these little like hazard things pops up, it blocks other shit that's going on in CarPlay. So if you're listening to like a podcast or music or something like that, all of a sudden like some asshole decides to flag a pothole, and now I have no control over my music anymore because of Apple CarPlay. So the whole thing fucking sucks. So go fuck yourself with this.
Yeah, dude, it's gotten out of
So
control.
like Waze, like, and by the way, like, so like you could say like, okay, I like using Waze because at the very least you could tell where the cops are, right? You could see like if there's somebody up ahead and they flag where a cop is hanging out, at least you know that there's a cop up there. So you could, but that's bullshit because the cops are on it. The cops know.
Yeah, they know.
So the cops are driving up and down, and by the way, and I've done this just to
They're
fuck with
saying,
everybody.
I'm not there, right?
No, you just start saying like cop. There's a cop here. There's a cop here. There's a cop here.
Well, thank you. Fuck, I'm in third place.
So you just say that there's a cop there. There doesn't even need to be a cop there, and it'll slow everybody down.
Absolutely.
So that's fucking bullshit.
But there are times that, and I travel back and forth to Vermont a lot, which is a 400-mile drive.
Right.
When I'm going up the interstate through Massachusetts, through Vermont, where it's like, desolate,
Right.
there's been 50 times in my life where it says there's an officer or police officer or cop, whatever, and I come around and he's there. So the cop thing, even if you're fucking with
Okay,
me,
so
the cop thing is the only thing that I think is legit about
Okay,
that.
so let me speak directly to that.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, you would think that at the very least the Waze community is going to flag wherever a cop is. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to flag a cop before you flag a cop. So in other words, if you're driving up the road and a cop pulls in newly,
Absolutely.
and nobody's flagged him yet, you're still fucked.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? If you're speeding up the road and you're like, what the fuck? Nobody flagged him? Nobody? What the fuck, Waze? It's like, you assholes in the community, you fucking didn't flag this cop and now I got a ticket.
And on the other side of that, and I've done this, dude. I've done this, and it's so shitty. But like, it's like police ahead, you know. And I come up, and there's a cop, and I'm like, I mark him.
Not there.
I mark him. I'm like, cop. Like, let me
Yeah.
get some points out of this too. Like,
Oh, you
know,
do that?
yeah. When I first downloaded Waze, for me, it was a game.
Can I tell you,
I was that guy. I marked everything. Fog.
Oh my God. Fog. Go fuck yourself
No
with fog.
shit. There's fog.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, thanks a lot, asshole.
I'm one of the guys that don't mark shit. I just go through it and I just fucking.
No,
Really?
so now I'm passive aggressive guy. So now they're like cop, and I'm like, yeah, there's a cop. No
No
cop.
cop.
Like, fuck you. And everybody else to get the tickets. Go fuck yourselves.
you know, and I used to, at the end of the week, I would go on and check like the rankings, like to see where I ranked. You know, like I got sucked in. I got sucked into that.
You're
whole
number
thing.
one right now, huh?
No, I'm not. No,
God damn it.
I got sucked into that big time. I remember going to like
For what?
I don't know.
Why?
It was a game for me. It was something to do while I was driving.
That's what one of the things I wrote in my notes here is that it, like the whole thing when they give you the notifications and they tell you how many people that you've helped, that gamifies everything.
Exactly.
And because it gamifies, it makes you feel like, oh, I got to flag fog, I got to flag cars on the side of the road.
Flood.
Another flood. Another one I wrote down is animals. Like, okay,
Deer.
so there's deer. Like, how long are they there? For
Raccoon.
5 fucking minutes?
Skunk.
Yo, can I tell you one of the funniest things that ever happened
This better be the funniest thing that ever happened.
with Waze?
Sure.
So I'm coming down Route 46 in New Jersey. And
Okay.
Route 46 comes into Route 3, and it says, dude, I can't. It says animals and shoulder, right? And I'm like, that's fucking weird. Like, it's Route 3 in Clifton, New Jersey. I mean, it's hardly a deer, probably, whatever. I'm thinking it's
Right.
dead. And I come around the bend, and dude, I swear to God, I'm not making this up.
Bring the microphone up there so people can hear you.
There's a black guy standing on his car like this in the shoulder, and someone marked him as an animal in the shoulder. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. It was fucking
Well,
terrible.
you live in northern New Jersey. What do you expect?
Dude, it was terrible. I was like, that was one of those moments where you're like, oh fuck, like oh my God, like you want to
Black
laugh.
man with a gun.
You want to
Yeah.
laugh because
How come that's not in Waze?
I don't know.
but like if you see it, that's like a thing. If you see it in the movie and you get it's a joke, you're like, that's fucking creative. That's hilarious.
Right.
But in real life, you're like, oh fuck. Like I probably just close the app.
Man,
People avoid Route 3.
Yeah, man. Seriously.
man, I'm like, look, for me, like the thing that made this like click in my brain is that this is bullshit is the potholes. Just because, again, we live in New York and there's just potholes fucking everywhere.
I was doing that for a while too.
So to flag like a pothole, like, oh,
Fucking
let me
10th Ave.
let me warn,
I was.
let me, you asshole, let me warn other concerned citizens about these potholes.
They pick up the phone.
This
and
is
it's
an
like,
outrage.
oh look, there's a. What the fuck? If you didn't take my
need
eyes
that
off
one
the fucking
fixed.
road, I would have seen the pothole.
We need that
So like,
one
and then
fixed.
Waze gives you the option of like either thanks or not there. Right, that's what I got.
Yeah.
It should
Not
give me
there.
like go fuck yourself. Like I'd love to have that one.
And
Like,
you know,
why are you reporting this, douchebag?
and you can click on it and you could like type a message. You should just start typing like, thanks a lot, dickhead.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
Thanks a lot, Boy Scout.
That's a great. You know what, man? That should have been first. That because that's a legit thing that's been on my mind and probably a million people that have Waze.
Yeah.
It's like this is
Waze
complete
overachievers.
bullshit, bro. Waze
Yeah.
overachievers. That's a good way to put it too.
Yeah. Again, it's not the app itself. Like I like the app; it does fine. Whatever.
It's spot on, man.
Although I have
Spot
to say,
on.
like there are parts of the app itself that I don't particularly like. But
But one thing I notice about Waze is that, like, when I pull in the driveway, it's like, and again, 400 miles, Vermont, a lot of trips.
Yeah.
It's almost to the fucking minute, dude. It's incredible how that
Yeah.
shit's calculated.
Yeah.
With your speed and
Definitely.
like
Yeah,
it's nuts,
It
man.
is to the speed.
But they're all like that. They're
Yeah.
all like that, not just Waze.
Yeah, they got it worked out.
Yeah,
That's
man,
kind of
they really
scary
do.
too if you think about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, imagine traveling like fucking 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this in the past, but you know, if you were just going to like a fucking birthday party in Pennsylvania for like your cousin, it would be a whole thing where we
Well,
used
you're
to
on
have
the
to
phone.
write directions.
You're on. Yeah, you're on
We
the
didn't even have
dial-up
phones.
phone with somebody.
Yeah, you have to pull over and
You
call
had
from a
regular
payphone.
phones.
Like, yo, you said make a left on this street, and I did. Like, what did I
Yeah.
do wrong? You're on a payphone in a booth. Like,
Yep.
you know. And now it's like you just put the thing on the fucking dashboard.
Yeah.
Turn right.
It's a whole nother thing.
You know, that is weird.
Yeah,
right?
man, it's crazy.
Man,
Fucking
in
weird as hell.
1996, I flew to Fairbanks, Alaska, and drove from Fairbanks, Alaska, back to New York.
I didn't even know you could fly.
Yep, and I did that on several planes
On the roof.
on the roof. But we drove back with maps,
Yeah,
you know, which
Yeah.
nowadays is like,
maps
I
were
could-
fucking cool too because you could try to pick you're like, man, this one looks a little. This one maybe we'll go.
yeah.
Like you had options.
Like we stay on this. It was like this goes back to an old show that's no longer public, but like it's almost like there was a little bit of mystery. Like,
Absolutely.
okay, we drive this, and then that eventually leads into this road, and then we go east on that. But like hopefully we're on the right road. Like hopefully this is all going to work out. The map says it will, but you don't
Yeah.
really know.
No.
You
But
know,
it's fuck
but
it.
GPS it just takes it all off the table.
know.
You're just like, I don't care.
Which
like,
is why I needed something to keep me busy, which is why I fell into that fucking Waze trap. I did. I
Yeah.
fucking marked everything. I was driving out to Pennsylvania for some family thing or whatever, and I went over this foggy.
happy you did
I went over
this.
this foggy mountain, and it was like
let me
and,
mark fog.
and I pick up my phone, and it was like fog. I'm like, fuck, like, right?
Somebody else had it.
So I get there like 20 minutes later, and my buddy's just like, yeah, man, this new Waze app, it's fucking great. And I go, did you fucking mark fog over that fucking mountain? He's like, yeah, bro, that was me. I was like, fuck you, man. He's like, I wanted the points. It literally became a game.
But the points don't do anything. It's not like
No,
it give you anything.
It just gives you something to do when you're driving and you're fucking bored,
Yeah.
I guess. But I've come out of it now. I do use it every day just for the timing.
Yeah.
And I will mark cops. But
Mark
I don't,
cops.
I don't mark anything else.
Like, let me. Everybody who's listening, I'll look in the camera again. Mark the fucking cops. Like, I'm all for the cops. Like, mark that.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Fuck
that's
the
really
potholes.
traffic. Traffic, it sort of figures out even if you don't mark it.
I thought of another one that is bullshit.
What?
Whenever you pull up to like the Lincoln Tunnel or the George Washington Bridge, people are like, cops. It's like, no fucking shit. There's cops at the fucking bridge crossing.
Yeah,
Like, of course
that's
there's
true.
cops, you asshole.
That's true. I've thought
You know?
that too.
And if
yeah.
a guy is driving,
I've gotten to the, just to back you up, I've gotten to the George Washington Bridge and had that same thought. Like,
Yeah,
I
like,
get over there and I'm
thanks,
like,
dick.
yeah, a cop 300 feet. Of course, asshole.
Yeah, who's
There's like a
watching the
bazillion of them
fucking
here.
toll?
There's gonna be
Yeah.
about 400 cops sitting there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And like if fucking Muhammad is driving a van full of fucking bombs, he's gonna turn around. Like, oh shit, the cops are out today.
Yeah.
You know? As Muhammad, was that racist?
Yeah, it was.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's
God
okay.
Damn it.
I not take it racist.
Oh,
You can't squelch that racism. You're the wrong race.
Oh, my bad.
One other thing that I don't know why, I just want to throw this out because we used to do
Yeah.
bullshit blasts.
Okay.
But you when you brought up the cars, I thought of one recently that it's not even worth a topic, but a quick little mention.
Okay.
Fucking watch for motorcycle fucking stickers.
Yeah.
It's listen, I get the fact that
We should watch for them.
we should watch for motorcycles.
Right.
But if you're taking my eye off the road to read your fucking sign on the back of your car, I got a better chance of hitting a fucking motorcycle because I'm reading your fucking sticker.
That is true.
Man, I ride motorcycles and I don't even have one right now because
Yeah.
I don't even want to ride one right now.
No, it's
it's a weird time for motorcycles.
Not even weird. It's
Dangerous time,
dude.
man.
Yeah.
I would never in this area. Out in
And-
the country or
until-
something.
Well, sort of. Well, actually, in this particular area, like up here, it's not exactly
Mm-hmm.
terrible, but like the second you get a little bit more south, like
dude, you used to
northern
drive through the
Jersey,
city.
whatever, yeah, then
You-
it gets crazy.
You would take your motorcycle into Manhattan for work, right?
Yeah.
Would you even consider that nowadays? I know it sounds tempting.
Yeah, it's
But I
like
just
it's
mean
like a motorcycle is a little bit of an adventure. Like
No
so, like
way,
you
dog.
expect that people are going to make stupid.
But
things
everybody's
and-
driving like this.
That's the thing. Everybody's looking at their phones.
So-
Everybody's texting. There's been too many times, like not even on the motorcycle, just driving in and out, where you see people just like like drift out of their fucking lane
Yeah.
into the other lane and then jerk it back or whatever it is. You know, that's enough for me to go like, fuck, I don't want to be on a motorcycle right now. But I miss having a motorcycle. Like,
course.
I'm hoping to get one again this year. And then maybe, just ride country roads up here
Exactly,
or whatever.
man.
But even up here, you see it. Like, even up here, you see people lose lane.
But if your odds are severely decreased because
Yeah.
the amount of cars. It's
That's
very simple.
right.
It's an equation. Do the fucking equation. Your odds of getting now, again, you can get fucking hit. Guy runs a stop sign up here. Deer jumps out in front of you. It's always a risk.
Yeah.
But your odds are completely decreased with vehicles and
Yeah.
and fucking people looking at their cell phones.
Yeah.
That would be a good thing for Waze to have too, just to bring it back around. Is like if you could flag like distracted drivers and it would follow them on Waze, that would be pretty cool.
You don't have to flag them. You could there's numbers you could dial now. Like in New York, I don't think it's 311, but there's numbers you could dial
Yeah.
and just give them the license plate of a driver that's swerving.
I had
And
one
they'll
of
come
these
out and look
guys
for it, even though they'll never find it.
literally 2 nights ago. I was coming home on the Palisades Parkway, and there's somebody who's just like in the fast lane going 50, going the speed limit, which is unheard of. Like, get the fuck out of the fast
I
lane.
know, dude. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, and then like
Handicap sticker on
half,
the fucking windshield.
like
no offense.
like half like crossing the line, and then like is this person going the slow lane or are they not? Like, what are they doing? And then they slowly come back to the fast lane. Like, this is somebody texting. That's what that is. It's somebody who's just texting, and they're just drifting out of their fucking lane and coming back. That's so fucking scary, man.
And they do that whole like, oh no, I was like, when they realize they look up and they're in the middle lane, they're like, oh, then they just throw the blinker on real quick. It's like, oh no, I was making a lane change. You're like, no, you weren't, dickhead.
Yeah, I didn't even give them the benefit of the blinker right there, but yeah,
Fucking
you're right.
Left lane
I've seen that too.
is the new slow lane, by the way.
Yeah.
The left lane is now the slow lane.
Yeah,
At least in this area.
right.
It's fucking terrible.
It's fucking embarrassing.
I don't know about it.
Definitely.
Good shit.
All right, well, I think that's it. So I don't know what we're going to call your topic. MLB
Calling
ball
bullshit
hoarding,
on the Detroit Tigers. Just do that.
Detroit Tigers?
Yeah, I like that because,
All right, and Waze. And
and
Waze
Waze.
overachievers.
yep.
Yeah. Not the app itself, but the overachieving motherfuckers using the app. Stop flagging potholes and fog.
I'm like a
Stupid.
recovering Waze overachiever.
Yeah, now that I call bullshit on
Oh,
it.
no. It's been a while. It's been a while.
As of this moment,
A long time
I'm
ago.
never doing this.
Long time ago.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. We
Yes, sir.
appreciate it. icallbspodcast.net is our website. You could go there and find all our other episodes. There's 3 others besides this one at this point. Hopefully there'll be more in the future. I think so. And then we're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram.
We're on the weed. No, we're not.
Yeah, I am. And then we're on, what else are we on? We're on iTunes and Stitcher and Google Play and hopefully iHeartRadio soon.
Tinder.
Yeah, we're going to be on Tinder soon. I don't know how that'll work, but. All right, thanks, everybody.
Yep.
We'll see you for the next one.
Peace out.
Bye.
Yes.